I'm in the Camaro over there.
All right, I'm back. I'm back. I need coffee. I don't know what happened, but I'm back.
Stop, I'll be out of here. I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you. Well, can I get this? Can I get this young homeless man over here some bike lights y'all called on?
See if anybody else comes back. Jody's back.
And I really appreciate you stop filming me. All right. Not have my permission. Okay, all right.
Somebody's gonna have to let me know what happened. It could have been Russian hackers
It's over there. It's over there.
or Department of Homeland Security.
I'm gonna delete it. I'll delete it.
But yeah, we were rudely interrupted. Everything crashed here. My phone just shit the bed, and my laptop followed right behind. It had a little diarrhea attack of its own.
Edward. Yes. Oh, sorry, Edward.
And so yeah, well, we were talking about Andy Edwards. So yeah, he made comments like everybody else about some guy that got killed down in the States somewhere. I haven't been following that, haven't had time. I have opinions. I didn't hear what Andy Edwards had to say, but the shout out to Andy Edwards, of course. Very inspiring young man from Birmingham, England. Very talented young drummer. He was, I think, a drummer with Led Zeppelin at one time or something. And he knows a little bit about prog, from what I understand. Not as much as Mike, but almost as much. But yeah, there was backlash. You know, when you talk about certain stuff to certain audiences on the internet, weird shit happens. It's that thing we were talking about earlier. It's the humans, right? The humans just are doing weird stuff. Hey, Mr. X. Mr. X says hi. So I don't have my laptop going simultaneously. I'm just gonna respond on the things here. Reason France. You said hi. Well, I say hi right back. So yeah, we were talking Andy Edwards. What else were we talking about? Because we got rudely interrupted there. I was telling my plans here. I completely lost my train of thought in the conversation. So I just wanted to come back and let you know I'm okay. The thought police never arrived, or the black helicopters never showed up. So it's all good. It's all good. Got another 3/4 cup of coffee to go. We were talking about a pre-travel fishing blog. Oh no, I was telling a story about fishing while trucking. And then, okay, so in BC, we were catching these little brookies, or little, yeah, I guess they were brown trout or brook trout. And then we'd stop at a rest area where they have fire pits, and we'd just sizzle them up on the grill and have a delicious little fish fry. And he's the one that told me, like, for the sake of subsistence, to feed yourself, you can fish without a license. So that was kind of the workaround there. So we'll see if Fish and Game come after me, or Department of Natural Resources conservation officers come do an investigation, a tweak investigation here. But there was some spots in Pennsylvania, in western Pennsylvania, we used to stop as well, because we had a regular route. We used to haul French fries from a plant in a little town on the prairies here in Manitoba called Porters of Prairie. They had it was McCain French fries essentially, and they would special order or they would have special order fries they made for McDonald's. And we used to haul, because they grow a lot of potatoes in that area. Just not even an hour west of Winnipeg, just big potato country. So they had a processing plant right there, and we used to haul, I don't know how many truckloads per week from Portage la Prairie, Manitoba to Manassas, Virginia. And that was a regular route. Like when you showed up after time off, like I used to stay on the road. When I first got my license, I would stay on the road for a month and a half, sometimes 2 months. I loved it. It was just like one long, never-ending camping trip, and you're just going from place to place. And so, so many a time we did that trip while I was in training, and this tweaker truck driver trainer, he showed me all these little spots to stop, and it was amazing. We were catching fish and frying them up on the road. Like, this is legit, right? I kept asking him, like, we're not getting in trouble. He's like, no, I've done this hundreds of times. I remember one time, yeah, we were coming back from Manassas. So the typical route was you would run down to Manassas, and that would take, I think, 2.5 or 3.5 days. 2.5 days, yeah, because the first night you'd stop in Wisconsin. The second night you'd end up in Ohio, just by the hours of service rules. Like you'd run out of time where you'd have to stop and take a break. And then on the third day, you'd arrive in Virginia, and then after you dropped at the receiving warehouse, the cold storage place in Manassas, we would book up to a Rubbermaid factory nearby, or plant, or warehouse, I don't even know what it was, distribution center, and then we'd go back up to Toronto. And then from Toronto, you could go anywhere. You could go to Texas, you could go to California, you could go to New York, you could go to Florida, you could go back to Pennsylvania, back to the Midwest, and then you'd pick up your next load after you drop in the States, and you could end up in Calgary, you could go to Vancouver, you could go back to Winnipeg, you could go back to Toronto. And so you'd be bouncing like across the border all the time. And this was before 9/11, when border crossing was super simple. Like it's nothing like that now. So it's a bit of a headache now. But yeah, that was the fishing truck and travel blog stream we could have been doing if YouTube was a thing back then. There really was no YouTube in 99, or when I started driving, 98, somewhere around there. Can I scroll the comments? Yeah, okay, let's see what you guys are saying here. Robert Plant solo band. Okay, so it wasn't Zeppelin. Okay. People are absolutely crazy. Well, you're gonna fit in here, Mr. X. Been a long day, gonna call it a night. Thanks for joining in. Public landowner shirt. Hey, you're gonna have to grab me one of those. Publicly viewable jail cameras to ensure officer accountability, since inmates are innocent until proven guilty. Well, great idea. Putting that into application is another matter. But I'll get my people on that. Wait, I don't have people. I just have Max. And he just kind of does that a lot of the time. So he's worn out. He put on a lot of miles today. in the passenger seat. So he's tuckered out. Got to meet a lot of new best buddies. How's the lighting here? Let's less red or more red than before. I don't know why I wore such a red. Well, I don't have any. All my shirts are packed away, so I just kind of have whatever was the last loads of laundry I did before leaving. Max is a chillin'. Yeah, he's gonna sleep good tonight. So will I. I had a very good rest last night. That was very, very restful. So yeah, that could be an angle on the travel blog. Throw some lines in the water from time to time as the opportunities arise. But getting back to that plan of going through the States, if that doesn't work, I think I might take the northern route. I actually had a passing in the family. I'm not going to get into the details, but uh, I've actually got some people that are out west, some relatives that are coming to visit here for the memorial service. And so, depending on how the visiting goes, I might not have to make stops uh, along the way. So that'll free up more time for YouTubing and tweaker travel, fishing, blogging, whatever this is. And so we'll see who all shows up for this celebration of life. But I was thinking of kind of going northern route, going from Winnipeg to Edmonton, and then kind of working my way through to Prince George, then down to the coast, the west coast, Vancouver, and then working my way back through Calgary, visiting some friends there, and then, depending on the timing of it, make my way back out to the prairies here, and then depending how my scouting goes, pick a destination to settle in and around, or maybe I'll just be at large with no fixed address for the next who knows how long. I don't know. We will see what the Lord has in store. And we'll see how many people unsub. But yeah, the Andy Edwards follow, getting back to Mike's inquiry there, I kind of know what happened. It's what naturally happens, and the irony is that Andy was talking about free express. I actually watched the video he did on Sunday, which normally he does philosophy Sundays on the philosophy of music, but he was addressing the people that unsubbed because of his comments, which he took that video down and put on his other channel where he talks about political stuff. And so I guess he said something political on a channel that people only want to hear about music. And it's like, about a month ago, he was saying, like, this channel is called Andy Edwards. It's not the music review channel or Prog Central, or like, you get what you get. This is what's important to me. And likewise, my channel is just my name. You might get something good. You might get this. You might see me struggling with a tractor. Or you might see me filming farm animals or fishing or tweaking, or who knows. It's just, you get what you get. I might say something, and so that's I guess what Andy Edwards did, and I guess that's what Charlie Kirk did. He said something, and somebody didn't like it, and whatever. There's the reasons and the details. It's, my opinion, it's a psyop. It's part of the fragmentation, the balkanization of society. It's meant to divide people, but we'll let the humans figure that out. I kind of don't have an opinion. He has 3 channels for that reason. He messed up. Yeah, I guess. I mean, your opinion is, you're free to have your opinion. Like I kind of don't have an opinion on any of that. I just find it interesting. I guess. Well, I guess people have expectations, right? So if you deviate from the norm or the expectation, then people punish you. So Andy's getting punished, uh, right, wrong, or otherwise. Like it doesn't make a difference. Like this is the YouTube. Um, how's Bal call it? The cesspool. We're all in the YouTube cesspool, so you get what you get. Hello, Miss Bobcat Lover. Welcome in. I take it you love bobcats. I didn't know bobcat loving was a thing, but you came to the right place because we're interested in all kinds of different picadillos here. So, where do you find, like, where are you from that you got bobcats to love? There's bobcats around here, more so in northern Ontario, which is, a couple hours from here, but there would be bobcats around. There's definitely bears in the region, coyotes, foxes. I'm surprised I haven't seen deer around this site here. Prawley, Colorado. Yeah, that's probably a good guess. We'll see if Miss Bobcat responds with her exact location. What bobcats? Yeah, they're cool. They're thankfully there's no wolverines here, but there are in northern Ontario, and there are cougars, like the four-legged kind, not the kind of women past their prime time kind. But yeah, those cougars can be scary, aka mountain lions, because they'll sit in a tree and just drop on you, and then you're done. But one of the drivers, when I was hauling wood chips in Ontario, I forget if he hit a wolverine, but I think they determined that they came across a dead wolverine. That's the long and short of it. So I was like, wolverines, wow. I know they're real, but I've never seen one, and they're kind of reclusive, so they're tough to come across. They're like me. They hate the humans too. So Hydra's here. There's cougars where I live, but they speak English. Yep. Yep. As long as you have a way of communicating with them. The cougars that hang out in the trees, they don't want to hear it. They just want to eat you. Bobcats, they can be fairly vicious too, but I've seen bobcats in the wild. But I am surprised I haven't seen deer around this. I've seen some deer on the road to get here, which is kind of a main road. I'm like 2 miles from town. And the road from town to the gravel pits here, I saw some deer the other day. But I'm surprised there isn't actually like deer. I'm surprised I'm not surrounded by deer continually here. The barfly cougars, yes. Aggressive ones. Ooh, yikes. Sounds nasty. Good night, everyone. I have to pick up my grandson from work. Much of it. Thank you for coming, Dad. You have a great evening. Say hi to grandson. Tell him to avoid the cougars if at all possible. But if he sees a bobcat, give it some love. But yeah, the wolverines, they're nasty. There's like the honey badger. almost like a honey badger nasty. Well, that's that. Yeah, I just wanted to come back, let you guys know everything was all right. The authorities didn't come looking for me and scoop me up. It's all good. I thought I heard something. If you see floodlights or helicopters in the sky, we'll know what's happening. So. And there you have it. That's a Tuesday night tweak stream. 9 p.m. here. I think we'll call it a night. See what the badger is doing on Smurf Watch. And then it's bedtime. Right? Am I right? I think we'll call it a night, everybody. So thanks for coming. And we'll continue the travel tweak blog from the tiny A-frame home, the shack on the lakeside, with maybe some fishing and more of this non-tent. So thanks for coming, Mike. What's the matter, you, Dad, Jody, a few new faces. It's been one, hasn't it? All right, next time. Love y'all. Bye-bye.